Hello. My friends.
My
friends. Welcome to Talk Casual episode.
What did we think about doing that before? My friends. That's our intro for now.
It should be it, yeah. Welcome to Talk Casual. I think we're up to episode 6 now, and some Armada news.
Armada news. We are going to get straight into Armada news.
Ta-da! As always.
Okay, now we're done with the news segment. What are we moving on to next, Mars?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right. Mars's Salt Corner. Brought to you by Smith's Crisps.
Copyright strike.
Thanks. Oh, great. Okay.
All right, so my biggest gripe right now is the lack of news. Yes. Swing and a miss.
Unfriended.
Yes, I've been unliked from the FFG page twice now, so I've been on the naughty books. But to be serious, actually, I work for a budget airline. And
he says budget. He really.
I really mean budget. So I'm gonna draw analogies to budget airline and FFG at the moment. One of the big things that customers really complain about is the lack of communication, especially when flights have been cancelled or delayed. People want information. They love information. They want to hear anything about a certain thing. Same analogy here, FFG. Right now, you're keeping your lips tight, sealed about nothing, really. You could just a slight information, even from the developers, a small note saying, hey guys, we're aware about the Armada situation, hang tight. Wait till X time. I don't need products, I just need some information. That's my salt for tonight. Nice, short and simple. Just a simple note, hey guys, we haven't forgot about you, we're coming. Wait till X or nothing about, I understand that something's big coming, but that's been since last Gen Con, so we'll be waiting till next Gen Con, most likely, for something big. All I've been hearing is there is something big coming, but that's all we've been hearing. But some official news from FFG would be nice.
Yeah,
just
like
a develop
new tournament regulations would be nice.
There's an expansion coming for Android Netrunner.
Yeah, see that picture? See that picture right there? It's that girl's giving us the finger, the Armada players. That's all I see there.
Yeah, it looks a green there, and it's just. I don't think I'd make this salt shaker. I've got a new one bigger.
No.
Maybe I could. Here we go.
There we go. That's it.
There we go. Is that a big enough salt shaker for Mars?
So that was Mars's Cult Corner, brought to you by Smith's Crisps.
Copyright strike again.
We got 3, so sure.
Well, our channel's going to be banned by the end of the night. Holy advertising. Jeez.
We want a ban.
All right. So that's my gripe for tonight. So we'll move on straight to the tactics bit.
Yeah, since we've got no news, we're going to continue on with our whole tactics talk and that sort of stuff with just a few different Armada tactics that some people ask us every once in a while, things we think about might be useful.
Yep.
We think. So yeah, let us know if these things are useful or not. Going to talk about 2 things tonight. I'm not going to go through any lists or anything. I'm just going to go through a few tactics with squadrons. And how to use them.
Ian's thing.
Yeah, my little thing. I love playing with squadrons. So how do you sort of like theories how to use those. And Mars is going to be going over Interdictor stuff because I think he loves his Interdictor.
Just like you love Kuyu.
Yeah. Just remember, the ones we saw on screen have all blown up. Just remember that.
So you think?
Yeah, they have. Alrighty. So start off with squadrons. How I like to do squadrons, there's pretty much 3 things you're doing. You're doing a full-on squadron battle with your opponent, you're setting things up for bombers, or you just have squadrons to distract, harass, and irritate.
Yep.
So we'll start off with the fun one, the distract, harass, and irritate thing. So I'm just going to use these X Wings here. Let's see what we got. 4 X Wings and Jan. That's nasty. Usually nasty for Rebel Escort there.
Yeah.
What is that? That's 23. What's Jan? She's 19.
It's Rebel Jan. I don't know.
Rebel Jan. 26, 40. I can't do math this day. 52. I know. It comes around about 70 points. I think it is.
It's not small and cheap. It's between the small and medium range of
it's in between the small and medium range. It's for me. I either take 4 X Wings and Jan, or I'm going to take Shara and 4 or 5 A Wings. that's a really good way of like harassing your opponent's squadrons without having to commit, and they offer real good defense against your ships as well.
Yeah.
Now, when you've got this sort of like distracting sort of squadron build, the number one thing I keep seeing a lot of people do, especially when they're against max squadrons, especially A-Wings. It's really fun with A-Wings. So you've got your fleet here, you've got 5 of these A-Wings here, you're all stalled for deployment. Oh, cool, there's their squadrons. So let's take this and move it all the way over there and try and engage their squadrons. In the meantime, your carriers,
are all behind.
there's nothing on them. If you've got these large guys here, these slow-moving behemoths, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You really don't want to have these guys move any further away, and probably I don't know.
Especially now with the relay nerf, you really want.
Especially with that relay nerf, you really don't want them moving far.
Yeah.
So using squadrons to just protect your fleet. You really don't need a lot. Even like 6 TIE fighters, like that doesn't come to a lot of points, does it?
No, it's 8 points for each TIE
8
fighter.
points, yeah. I can't do math.
Yeah.
6/8. Someone in the chat.
Yeah.
Let us know. Just keeping these things just close to your carriers, just that way when your opponent's squadrons do come at you, you've got that defense that can block them for a couple of turns.
Yeah.
If you play it correctly, you don't want squadrons in this situation engaging before turn 3. If you can hold it out to turn 4, it's even better, because if you can hold off their bomber fleet from engaging you, which is easy to do against B-Wings, till turn 4, then there's a very good chance they're not going to get any squadron fire against your
2 rounds of bomber attack, you'll survive easily.
2 rounds bomber attack.
You should survive.
You should.
It depends on the rolls and the shipper too.
You got these lovely little Skirgs here and Bomber Command Center. Wow, that's another thing.
That's it. Yeah, but it lessens the.
It does. So holding them back in that harassing in that format is really good. The other one, if you're going like full on, this is not that one. That one. This is currently what I'm flying for squadrons at the moment. This is my little squadron ball. I've got a little mix of me escorts, Jan. That little A-Wing that just irritates, Shara. And then a couple of really good bombers here, the Skirgs. I really like the Skirgs over the B-Wings. I know people say B-Wings are much more point effective. The difference is with these can be much more game effective. Having that ability, what do we call it, where they can still move? What's that ability? Oh, let's get rogue. No, the other one. Grit. That's the one. Having grit.
Yes.
Having grit. God, why do we do this late at night? Oh, that's right. The store empties then, isn't it? That's why. It's quieter.
It's quick at night, but if you did this at 10 o'clock in the morning, you'd still make it.
That's
I probably would.
Yeah, he would.
I probably would.
Grit is awesome.
Grit is awesome.
Marek with grit.
Not that.
See you, trash.
See you, trash. Where were we? Grit. This works really well with these squadrons because someone sends, if you've got a couple of bombers, someone has their lovely, annoying Shara Bay or even Tycho comes running up here to try and engage them for a turn to slow them down. Oh, well, you've only got 1 squadron engagement. Cool, I've got grit. I'll just move away and still go bomb your carrier.
Yeah.
I'll just ignore you. So, bombers with grit are actually very effective.
It was that one game that I had Marek and you had Shara and I just kept moving away from Shara every time.
That's horrible. Yeah, Shara can't lock down Marek.
Yeah.
That's actually, that was a big problem, that one. Yeah, I hated that. I had the same thing against Chris. I went down to his local last Friday, and a few people kind of knocked Nim a bit. You don't see Nim on the table.
No, Nim's quite powerful.
He was using Nim against me, and I had Shara. I didn't have the best squadrons. I can't even remember what I had down, but I know I had Shara and Corrin, a couple of rogues or something. And I was trying to use Shara to do the same thing, locking down Nim, but that grit. I had Shara up there and had to think of YT 2400 trying to lock it down, but all he's got to do is just shoot the YT 2400 and then, okay, cool. Yeah, good luck, Shara, trying to lock down Nim and then end up by getting that. He just could not roll crits.
Because Nim...
It was crits. Yeah, blue crit, choose and discard one of the defense tokens.
Yeah, he's basically a mini Sloan type scenario.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
even more deadlier.
A solo Sloan, and it's very effective. And because Sloan, you have to force your opponent to choose, isn't it?
No, you choose. You choose. You exhaust one, but you don't discard it.
Oh, you don't discard it. So you might not even get a chance to use it that often.
Yes.
But Nim just comes along. Oh, sweet, I'll just come along and I'll do that. Oh, sweet, bye-bye redirect, bye-bye brace. Yeah, he was doing that to me for my what I have at Monkaren. Oh, and that was horrible.
That's brutal.
That was brutal. Yeah. So we got here we go. Yeah, here we go. He's saying Nim and Triple Skurg, my favourite. Yeah, yeah, it's fun. Usually I just run 2 Skurgs and a Goldie just because of points is one reason. But sometimes the Goldie, the 2 blue, and the fact that it's not heavy. That's the only sad bit about the Skurgs, having heavy and grit. It's good because they can move, but they don't lock anything down.
Yeah.
Where having that Goldie in there, if you need to use them in the squadron game, they're only rolling 2 blue dice, so it does suck. They are tanky though.
Yeah.
Having 6, so they're pretty
Same
good.
as a defender.
Same as defender. It can take a while to 2 through 6, but it's that grit though on them is amazing. B-wings are actually really good, especially if you're using close to the carriers. If this thing, speed 1, okay. Plonk, plonk, plonk. It's not going very far. Keeping B-wings with that thing, only moving distance 1 to 2. Yeah, I know people are using that. Was it flight commanders? The one where you can move them after you move, they're not engaged.
Flight controllers.
Flight controllers.
Flight controllers.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. It's good to have it, and it works really well. And again, Chris, you really know how to use it. You almost don't need it because moving speed. This thing's moving speed 1. That's your speed 1 to 2, and speed 1 is only half of that. So keeping them close range and using it for defense or waiting for your opponent to bring their ship in real close and then hitting with it works really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where the YT-2400 sometimes also work. If you're flying B-wings, YT-2400s, God, I hate those things. 7-hull Cannon 1. They're really good.
Yeah.
They're actually another good ship.
With Rogue too.
No, they don't have Rogue.
No Rogue?
No, they don't have Rogue. They've only got counter. Only Han has Rogue.
Okay.
Yeah, only Han has Rogue, but they've just got counter 1.
I thought 24.
But if you had 4 of those little buggers,
1300s or 24s?
13s. Sorry, did I say 24?
Yeah,
1300s.
Never mind.
1300s.
24s have Rogue.
24s have Rogue.
Yes.
Keeping 1300s close again to your ships, your carriers, the stuff that's really throwing those dice that's not moving fast. If you've got ships moving fast, just go A-Wings. A-Wings, YT-2400s, they're really good because, again, Rogue, they're 7, or are they still 6-hull? 6 or 7 hull.
Yeah.
But hey, they got Rogue, so move, attack,
probably
move,
one of the
attack,
best.
they're great.
Rebels have the best rogues.
No, I don't think so.
I'd say
That
so.
fire spray, that 2 blue dice bomber with Rogue.
Yeah, but it's
I remember suffering a lot of pain from that.
Well, Luke has given us his Dengar Vader.
Dengar Vader many fire sprays. Yes, that hurts.
That's old school there.
Oh, that really hurts. Yeah. Where are we? So, again, good escort for Imperials. Dengar, Suntia, Mauler, and 2 Tyvans.
Yeah. So you're double.
You have to tell people about that.
You soak your damage. You got your intel, and then you've got your counter with Dengar and Suntia.
You've done that. Having Dengar, Mauler, and the 2 advances, like those advances now got counter 1. You're taking the damage from Sunti. If you could throw in like 3 advances, would be good.
Yeah, and Mauler for the auto damage.
Mauler, I hate Mauler.
And with intel.
Black Squadron as a cheat.
Yeah, you can throw in the black.
You can use it. Yeah, throw in the black. Has he got counter?
It has 1 counter.
Yeah, so he'll have counter 2.
Counter
with,
2. With Dengar, so you can't do
But it's also an escort.
Yeah, it's also an escort. So he's the first. Oh no, he's not the first.
With 9 points, if you haven't got enough points for an advance, he's
Jan Biggs and X Wings. They're always good. Biggs, if you got the points, Biggs into the X Wings.
Biggs been nerfed a bit.
I haven't really used him yet. I don't know. I keep not wanting the points. I keep wanting to. I feel like if I do that, I'm going to sacrifice Shara, and I'd rather have Shara. I know it's more multi-use. We had a question.
Shara.
And let's see, what was the other type? I've forgotten. I'm forgetting all this stuff now.
We had
Why did we do this late at night?
Snipe.
We're going for some snipe. Oh no, the other one was if you're going full-on squadrons. Full-on squadron versus squadron, that sort of situation. Where for me, a full-on squadron for me, when I build, I'm taking X-Wings, Jan, and I'm taking some A-Wings because I'm just having fun. I'm not looking for bombing. I'm just going full squadron versus squadron. That's how I do it. Just run the A-Wings up, let them soften up all the counters, and then bring the X-Wings in with the escort. Or sometimes, they don't have enough squadrons, send off the A-Wings. I'll use those X-Wings and bombers.
Yeah.
Bombers, why not?
Yeah.
If I can.
They're pretty good bombers, I'd say.
They're pretty good for bombers. That's red dice.
Yeah, I know. They're very fickle, but
very fickle. But when you roll that 2 hit, when you get that 2 hit, it's brilliant.
You're on cloud 9 on
it's
that one.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 5 A-Wings. If you've got 5 A-Wings and Shah on a list, man, they can really tie down squadrons. And against Chris. Yeah, me and my wings. Yeah. Ash over there doesn't like my wings.
By those things.
The guy who flies 4 decimators deserves to have them shredded.
Yeah, so 4 decimators.
Yeah.
Really.
Hey, that's doing well for me.
That's doing
Yeah,
well.
it's doing well. 4 desis.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. But another one though we will talk about Snipe. There's only one ship on the Imperial that has it, I think.
Imperial, the Saber Squadron.
The Saber.
Yeah.
The Saber has it, and then these
E-Wings.
E-Wings they have it. Corin has it really good.
Yeah.
Snipe 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same with the Imperial, isn't it? He's Snipe 4.
Snipe 4, yeah.
Snipe 4, yeah. So Snipe 4 is really awesome. But he's got Rogue. How to fly this? This is tricky. He actually works better when you've got like a lot of squadrons.
Yeah.
Or even say like a whole bunch of A-Wings or something that can tie down squadrons.
Yeah.
Something that gives good damage.
Yeah. You want him to go last and make sure he's far away from the fight and make sure that everything is engaged or cannot get him at that range. So the last thing you want to do is bring him in and then snipe.
Yeah, you don't want him...
like the Saber. The Saber has nothing to defend itself.
We've got our X-Wings, we've got Jan, they're going in, having a bit of fun.
Yeah. That's how I play. I play Saber.
We
I make sure that
we should have some Imperial squadrons for this.
Yeah.
But this is it. So here's your squadron ball. You got your opponent's squadrons there, all having fun. This is what you're doing with Snipe and Corin. He is just circling the outside.
Yeah.
If you get him within distance 1 of a ship, you've pretty much mucked him up a bit. You only really want to bring him in distance 1. Of another ship if you really want to lock them down. But aside from that, you've really got to hang them back. Escorts work great. Ships that don't have heavy are good because then they have to deal with this. Things that have defense tokens are also really good. Like if you can have Shara, Tycho, Ketsu even. I'm looking at Ketsu. I'm starting to think, ooh, Ketsu, but she's expensive.
How many?
She's 20 something points. It's like,
anything above 20.
I know.
Like Marek is awesome, but above anyone.
he gets his points value though.
Yeah,
he really does. And
Marek Jenden, yeah.
the only reason why I look at Ketsu, like 4 hull. If she had 5 hull, I'd probably be all over that.
Yeah,
but
you're
4
looking
hull,
at an A-Wing.
it's got scatter. It's rogue with bomber.
Yeah.
I think there's grit in there too. I'm not sure. It's really good, but
Yeah.
But back to Snipe. You really got to get all your squadrons want to be engaged before you bring your sniper up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got these guys here activating 4, or you somehow get 3 out of the other ones. Yeah, send these guys up, get them locked in, send something up there, lock them in, and then just have this guy come up last and attack.
Best thing about the actual Saber, it actually is speed 5, so you can hang
speed
right
5.
back.
Yeah, you can really hang back. Corin only doing 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that 4 and 5 can make such a
So
big difference.
you can even more than that, so you can be just back here.
Yeah, anyway, where's my range 2? So there we go. That's what is it? That's the range, isn't it? So
yeah.
that's Saber's range
Yeah, to shoot.
to shoot. That is Saber's range. You know, just probably overlap that a bit.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's almost half the board, really.
Yeah.
You're deploying. Oh no, here. Let's have some real fun. This is Saber. Don't ever do this. 'Cause this is just dumb. Because then you lose Saber for the game.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to look at and think about, though.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh, this is dumb to do this because then you just lost Saber.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it out to...
Oh no, if you're sending up a whole bunch of interceptors though. So where are we? So deploy at distance 2. There we go. So here we go. Man, look at this. This is how fast Snipe
And you've gone off the
covers
screen
the
anyway.
board. I'm off the screen.
But you're basically into their deployment zone.
You're pretty much in. Yeah, that's shooting a squadron in a deployment zone. Oh god, that is ugly. That's off the screen, is it?
Yeah, that's off
Do
the
you see
screen.
it? No, there he is. He's right there.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not there.
He's off.
He's off. He's off the screen. I'm not going to move the camera. But yeah, you can shoot something in the deployment zone. So that is pretty sweet. Do that if your opponent's only bringing like 1 TIE fighter. That'd be fun. God, someone only bringing 1 TIE fighter. That's like Ash's list early today. He had 13 points. He should just filled in for next week.
X Wing
Yeah,
just tied it
lock down those defenders, those decimators.
Decimators. Oh, that would
been good.
That would have been quick though. Quick death.
Yeah, that's probably about all I really got to say with squadrons. Really, just when you're using them, don't overfly them. You really don't, especially if you've got carriers. Like I'm seeing this a lot, where even with booster comms out to distance 5, you shouldn't need to have booster comms that often. I use it. It's good on these guys because these guys usually have to hang back and move in slow.
Yeah.
But you really don't want to have them move past distance 3 of your carrier, so that way you can fill that slot with something else. Keep them close, that way they're also defending, so your opponent's squadrons can't get in behind. And even if you're playing the squadron game, just really keep them close. The longer you can keep them closer to you, the better chance you will not have their squadrons attacking you. Really good against Sloane, like both Rebel and Imperials. Really, really hang them back. You see, where is it? Still in screen, just there. Yep. So here's this one here. Oh, let's move it over here. There we go. So hey, if you've got a sniper, it's fine. But if you're here, you've got a squadron. Maybe you've got a squadron command. You want to go and engage the squadron sitting over there, just because you can. If you're going speed 2, you can get around. So next round you're going to be in distance, in range. Do it. Otherwise, you really don't want to. Maybe just hang them back a little bit. Make them come to you, because then they're also getting in range of the AA fire of your ships as well.
Correct,
so bring them closer to you. It just advantages them more, and there's a good chance you will draw them away from your opponent. So next round they might have a squadron command with no squadrons in range, and with the nerf to relay now, with the nerf to relay, that can be a big thing.
Yeah.
Plus, it'll also let you go and get a chance. If they bring their squadrons over too far,
they'll overstretch.
And they'll overstretch, and their relay, they might plan to let, oh, sweet, I've got my relay, no problems. You've got fast movers like interceptors or A-wings that aren't engaged. You can do a squadron command, run in, kill their relay. Kill their relay. And stop them from doing it. Like Imperials can be arrogant that way. They only bring one shuttle because they can do 2 at once. So 2 squadrons. So if they've only got 1 shuttle, hold your squadrons back out of the squadron game as long as you can to overstretch them. Get them to overstretch, and then go and kill that relay ship, and then that's it. They're not doing. There's a good chance they won't get squadron commands for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
that's one thing I love doing. That is brutal.
Yeah.
Every time you bring your squadron to get me, I want Jendon dead.
Yeah,
not only because Jendon's very powerful, but because that nerfs the relay. But that was more an issue back when relay was an issue. But relay's less of an issue now. And
I think I've seen less relay sort of coming out now when that was nerfed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Let us know below.
The relays is still pretty awesome with actual the ship. So remember, that's the relay ship there. Now he can also do that. So that's the actual range now with a relay ship.
Look, it's good.
So it's more than boosted comms.
It's good for the double setup, like you've got where you do the double.
It's good for that, but then you always got to remember though, if your opponent can get in and destroy that relay, your squadrons are toast.
Yeah.
So
if you bring that ship in.
I'm looking more at the strategic now. I think the strategic aspect in them is a bigger thing now than the relay ability. But we can go into strategic another night when we start talking about objectives and stuff.
Yeah.
Objectives and strategic talk and all sorts of fun.
We've got plenty of other stuff to talk about.
I've got plenty of stuff to talk about squadrons. God, this is more about positioning though, guys. Just really try and keep them close. Don't try and over-engage them because you won't get those squadrons.
And this can go same with Imperial squadrons as well too.
Oh, it's the same with Imperials. It's even more important with Imperial TIE fighters. Things just pop.
Yeah, they do, like Z95s.
Yeah, they really do like Zs. Same with Zs. Yeah, Zs and TIEs, keep them really close because you really are just looking to screen your ships, get them in close. Yeah, they kill my TIEs. Cool. Now eat all this AA. Yeah. Eat all this AA. So, that's about all I have to say on squadrons there, unless people got some things in the chat. I think we've gone through everything.
I would like to say I'm not a big squadron player myself, especially with the Imperials. But your basic Imperial defensive is Sienna Ray and Valen Rudor. But those two can help each other out, so that's your basic setup, and then you can expand it from there with using. Yeah,
because Valen Rudor was Sienna Ray, so they have to shoot Sienna Ray, and she's obstructed. So and she's got scatter.
And scatter, yeah.
So she is very, very effective at those two are very effective at countering, and
then
crazy.
Add Strom in there, and you've got an advance with double brace, the cheapest advance with brace. So you take Strom for its braces. You don't take it for its ability.
What's the ability? Another ship takes damage and you
reroll. Another ship, another squadron at range 1 takes 1 damage, and you get to reroll all your red dice, or you get to roll as many red dice as you want. Yeah. So, and red dice is the most ridiculous thing, but you don't take it for the attack.
If you got a couple of shuttles in the background, sure, let's do that.
Let's
do that then.
If you really want to kill something,
if you really need that roll to kill it, it's good, but it is not an ability you take because I'm going to make use of that ability.
No,
it really is.
It's the cheapest advance with double brace. The cheapest escorts with double brace.
Did we answer you how to use how do you use it? That makes more sense.
Who's the number one target for a sniper?
The number one target for a sniper, depending on what they're bringing against. But hey, if you see
anyone with a counter, like Shara, anything with A-wings, because Shara can't counter anything that anyone that's got count on it. Especially with snipe, they only can counter at range 1. So if you're sniping at range 2, Shara can't counter.
Things would counter. Yeah, it really is counter.
It already stops the counter.
Against on the Imperial side, you want to, if you can, Sunti's got counter, so obviously take out Fel.
Yeah.
Depends on the targets. Like if they've got Howrunner, Mauler, they're probably more priority targets because if you can bring out Mauler before they're doing that whole things.
Take out Howrunner, she's that extra dice.
Jan, actually.
Jan. That's how you
get
Jan.
That's how Mars will get Jan.
Yeah.
Jan's a horror for your opponent. So if you've got snipe, Jan's your target.
I can avoid the escort and kill Jan. And especially when I did Jendon Saber, I did the double attack and killed Jan in one go.
Oh, yeah, that was horrible. I hated that. Ugh. Yeah, what was that? That was 3 hits and 3 hits, wasn't it? Each time. It's like, ugh. Yeah, can I break
once you get 3 hits, that's it.
Yeah, once you got 3 hits, just brace. Whatever, it's 2 hits.
2 hits.
That's why. If you can, that's again why I keep Shara on my list because you're bringing a sniper. Cool. I'm gonna go lock you down with Shara before
the counter.
You can snipe. That's the counter to snipe.
You go straight in their grill.
Try and lock it in. The counter to the counter is to try and hold it back so they have to come through everything else to try and get your counter. So counters upon counters upon counters.
If Jan's here and then Corin's here, he's just gonna go. Thank you very much. If she's on the outside. So always keep your Jan nice and tight in there. So then, if he does need to come in, and make sure you've got an X Wing behind there too. Make sure that any time he's trying to snipe,
you want to make sure it's the maximum distance.
Yeah,
you don't ever want to get into that range.
Yeah,
with him. But it's Chris on the thing is saying he's great for triple tapping. The way to do that is with Yavaris and Adar Talon. If you can do that, I don't think. Do Imperials have any way of getting extra hits?
Just Jendon.
Just Jendon?
Jendon and then, Mauler auto and then Sunti's auto damage.
Yeah, so basically Jendon with Saber is, the good combo and Yavaris with Corrin's really awesome. That's one good thing. When you got Yavaris, he really can... Here's your squadron ball. Everyone's engaged. Everyone's stuck where they are. But, he can stay back here with Yavaris and not have to move. Yeah, Yavaris can just keep him going, not engaged, works brilliant. Which I'm sure everyone loves hearing tactics to use Yavaris better.
Yeah.
I think that's probably about all we really have to say on squadrons.
Any other questions, guys? Just leave them below.
Does that make sense, Sean? No, makes all sense? You'll be using Corrin next week? Maybe? Or be using a couple of E-Wings?
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking about a couple of E-Wings, actually. I think I wouldn't mind putting a couple of E-Wings into my list. Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright, we'll move on to...
also making more noise as they're leaving.
Lovely.
Alright, so Interdictors.
Alright, so we'll move down to my topic of discussion, is the lovely Interdictor. This ship has been described as probably the most blandest ship in Armada. Let me finish. Yep. Attack-wise, it is probably the blandest attack. It's got 4 dice at the front and 4 dice at the left and right. The two differences are
it's not the greatest.
It's not the greatest attack compared to a VSD.
Where's my thing? I'm going to transition.
But even still, it's like balance. Like you think 4-4.
Yeah. I look at it from the side angle. It's probably got the best sides compared. It's got the same sides as an ISD. So I look at the sides and say they're pretty cool. So your two variants are your combat and your suppression. Your combat rolls 2 reds, 2 blues from the front and the sides, and your suppression rolls 1 red, 2 free blues from the front and the left and the side. The difference.
If there was ever a ship that demanded disposal capacitors, this is it.
Yeah, the suppression
one. The 3 blues on either side.
Yeah, really the suppression asks for disposal capacitors. Yeah. So recently, the Interdictors actually gained some Sorry, guys, just a bit of
So back to it. So where was suppression and...
So we've got the suppression and combat. So the difference with the suppression and the combat, as I said before, with the dice, the suppression has 2 experimental retrofits compared to the combat has 1. And the combat has 2 dice, 2 AA dice compared to the one with the suppression. So the combat has a blue and black, and the suppression has only a blue. Apart from that, it's still the same with, it's got 5 engineering, it's got a squadron value of 2, and the nav is a 2.
There we go, I can see all the upgrade cards now. So, yeah, so the suppression, there we go, we've got the 2 slots, and the dice, and we'll look at the other one.
So you've got 9 hulls, so you're a little bit tankier than a VSD. And probably when it actually came out, because my build has always been the Overload Pulse Avenger, always looking for that better carrier to land that Overload Pulse. What I saw the advantages of the Interdictor itself was the actual extra click that it had at speed 2 compared to the VSC.
Yeah, it makes it way more movable.
It makes more removable, and just the tankiness of the engineering and the extra hull. So
the 2 contains as well, that works.
2 contains
that really works.
That is pretty awesome too.
Like, you're missing out having 2 redirects, but you can 9 hull. You can kind of take that extra hull point and contain the crits
and take that hull point there and take that hits on the hull. And we just if a crit
so you
comes
really
up,
want to fire APTs into this thing?
well, if you do, there's something that will stop that. Well, it can stop that.
Yeah.
Now,
that's the question. Does APTs trigger first?
No.
Interdictor?
Brunson can. That's the other thing. Brunson can stop the crit, or I can use targeting scramblers to roll that crit.
Re-roll the crit. You can't spend the crit first.
No.
I thought you spend the crit before defense.
No, you've got to.
The crit still has to be there, doesn't it?
Defense has to go first. Remember, like Overload Pulse, I can't hit Overload Pulse.
Yeah, that happens at the very end.
Happens at the end. Any crit result happens after the defense.
Yeah.
So that's why Overload Pulse has to happen.
No, I remember having APTs trigger against me before I could redirect shields one time.
No, well, that's the thing. You can, if you can't stop the crit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You have to take it. You can't.
So you can spend all your braces and everything.
But so if I've got Brunson or if I've got targeting scramblers, and if I get that crit away, you can't load APTs on me.
You can't load it. Yeah.
So as I was saying before, the ship has gotten way better with disposal capacitors on the suppression. And now Brunson makes it an absolute tank of a beast. Especially at Worlds this year, there's actually been interdictors and quasars as a Sloan build.
Yeah, if I was doing Imperials, I would actually be looking at interdictors and quasars. I like quasars. I like carriers.
Yeah.
What did I just hear you say? If I was Imperial?
If I was.
That just came out of your mouth.
Look,
I say it many times.
You are correct. Look,
the
contain does stop the default crit, but I'm talking about Captain Brunson and targeting scramblers to get rid of the crit. This is before we actually spend the actual tokens itself. So, for me, one of my favourites is retrofits is targeting scramblers. So
I'll bring that up.
So targeting scramblers is a pain in the ass. So I'll take the example here of the Moncal here. So it has to be at close range. So the ship that is defending has to be at close range of the attacking ship. So and the interdictor needs to be at range 1 to 3 of that defensive ship. So it can also be the interdictor itself, but also can be other ships at range 1 to 3. So as long as you've got everything, tick all the boxes there, targeting scramblers work. So in this example here, as you can see, the interdictor's out of range,
Hang on a second.
but
I'm trying to make this work, and it is not working.
so
what was I having, Sean? I was having an ID10T error, wasn't I?
So I'll keep talking.
There we go. All right, upgrade. So
read out
targeting
targeting
scramblers.
scramblers.
There we go. Oh man, I gotta read this thing now. Yeah,
What does it say, Ian?
Alrighty, so targeting scramblers. While a friendly ship at distance 1 to 3 is defending at close range during the spend token defense token step, You may exhaust this card to force the attacker to reroll up to 4 dice of your choice.
Yeah. So, as it says, the conditions that need to be met is the ship has to be at close range. The friendly ship needs to be at range 1 to flee, including that again, it can be including yourself. So as long as these conditions are met, targeting scramblers can actually go off. So again,
I guess if people can see that now.
yeah. So in this example, the ISD would be protected with targeting scramblers. Here, it wouldn't, of course. So the Moncal rolls its dice. You see the dice. Especially with Moncal, you want to basically re-roll anything that's the worst they can do. So blacks and reds, if they've rolled doubles, you re-roll them because there's nothing worse they can do if you re-roll them. You can get much better results. The downside with targeting scramblers, and I've seen it before, is if
You've re-rolled blacks and you've re-rolled them into more.
we re-roll into more, like especially one. So with reds.
Oh, here we go. We're getting dice thrown at us now.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Ian, if you do the honours for me.
What am I rolling? Give me 3 and 3.
Yeah, blacks or not?
4.
No, you only need
3 and 3.
4 and 3.
You know, give me 1 for Defiance,
Yeah.
1 for Theo, give me 2 red for Akbar. So here we go, my lovely god roll. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make it happen.
Well, I'm just saying, this gives you an idea.
All right, so this will give you an idea of what a target.
You know what? I'm going to spend leading shots and no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
So I've got 2 accuracies and then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 hits
8 hits.
into it.
Okay, so this is not probably the best roll to see an actual.
Okay, let's pretend I've got my the
got
dancing monkey roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I've gotten 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 hits. There you go.
So there.
That's one you want to
So you
target
got
scramble.
that's definitely you want to target. You want to definitely get these re-rolled because you can't get any worse than that. After that, don't spend your trouble on the red because it can become a double again. So go for a blue crit. All right, Ian, do me the honours. You roll.
Doubles.
Okay, so it's
I got rid of 1 double.
roll of 1
Got rid
double.
of 1 double.
So it wasn't.
That was really the worst leading shots roll we've ever had.
Yeah, so it's not. Wasn't the
Leading
greatest.
shots, was it? Targeting
Well,
scramble.
it wasn't the greatest, but it works really well on black dice.
Works good on blacks to get rid of those crits.
Yeah,
but
I've basically reduced like 7 hits down to
Yeah, so
2.
there you go. You've basically knocked out 3 dice. You made 1 accuracy, 1 down to a crit. You've taken 11 down to 5.
Yeah.
And then you can, ECM,
Yeah,
your
ECM brace, redirect, and then the ISD can do whatever it needs
redirect,
to do.
goes down to 3 and put on the side. It can really knock down that
Yeah.
damage. which
Now,
I
if we go
really
to,
hate.
say, the Interdictor, re-roll those dice for me, Ian.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, or just whatever you need to do for your attack.
Oh, yeah, this sucks. So, this is my lovely Akbar fun shot. Cool. I'm not going to bother. Oh, no, you haven't got none of that, so I'm going to burn that and re-roll these 3 reds at leading shots because that's always fun. Oh, there we go. There's a roll.
Okay, so you stop.
There's a
stop
roll.
my
So
brace,
lock down
obviously.
your brace. So
Okay.
we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, 9
So,
into Interdictor.
Of course, Brunson gets rid of this.
Brunson gets rid of the double straight away. Oh,
So basically
I
here,
gotta re-roll all the reds, really.
I'll
If
make
the
you
blues
roll
are still
blue.
going to be hits, I'll re-roll all the reds.
Well, if it depends on what you
Oh,
have.
let's see. I've got 4 crits on those reds. He wants me to re-roll the blues and a red.
Oh.
And
So
he got rid of
can-
2 hits.
So after he rolls, he's rolled 2 accuracies because Ian's gone past his spend his combat.
Yeah, can't
attack
spend
phase.
accuracies.
Can't
after-
spend
after
accuracies
that, past that
because
stage.
can't spend that. So he's basically reduced it now down to,
Down to 5. I
Down
only
to
have 1
5.
accuracy. What do you
One
got? You got
accuracy.
3 on the front and 3 on the rear.
and then I can just redirect and take it on the shields.
Yeah, could have more fun. What I had 3 red crits. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
3 blanks on 1 hit.
So this
Yeah,
is where the Interdictor actually pays off. It's not about the actual attack. Granted, the best attack you can get is when you double arc it. Double arcing it is probably the best time you'll have when shooting 8
Yeah,
dice.
so where are we? I'll go back
So-
over to here so I can bring up Brunson now for everyone to have a look at.
So yeah, Brunson just came out in the newest expansion and has made the Interdictor an actual
Yeah,
viable
so
ship
I'll
for
read
other
out- I'll
players.
read out the card now.
Yeah.
So while defending at distance 1 to 2 of an obstacle, during the spend token defense step, you may exhaust this card to choose choose and cancel one attack die. So
Yeah.
yeah, a double red or that
On a hit crit.
the
on
hit
a-
crit from the APTs. I think you did that tonight, didn't you?
I didn't do it because
Oh no, he shot the wrong.
he
shit,
shot the
but
ISD.
yeah,
But if he
it would've
did,
been
I
really
could have done that. And then, of course, the Interdictor title refreshes Captain Brunson as well too. So,
Yeah, actually, let's quickly talk about that. Actually, Interdictor title.
so the Interdictor title,
Here we go. So when a ship activates, a ship,
A ship.
not your ship,
not a ship,
could be your ship, your opponent's ship. It's just when it activates.
when a ship.
And this is not range dependent. So
No.
when you have your opponent having that, I don't think we see flotilla spam anymore.
No.
That flotilla spam ship that just used to sit back here and just go. Plop,
So if he's
plop,
got multiple activations, it's still
way
on
over
you.
on the other side.
You
Hey,
could-
guess what? Activates, refresh.
Refresh. It only
I hate that
refreshes
part.
one card, so you might want to choose what you want to refresh. So if you're at long range, of course you're going to refresh Captain Brunson.
Refresh Brunston.
Yeah. But if you're at close range targeting scramblers, I'd say it depends on the attack. You might use both at the same time, or just one, or wait for the other. It just depends.
This combination is it's a nightmare when you
Yeah.
see it because it makes it really hard unless you need about 4 ships shooting that ship like for 2 rounds to bring it down.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So my next experimental refit is the Gravwell. I've been liking this, thanks to Ian, of course.
Yeah, of course. All his good imperialist studies come from this guy.
But I was actually running the combat just by itself.
Yes, I'm the dancing monkey, Ash.
I was actually running just the combat by itself with just targeting scramblers, and I dropped it to the suppression to add the actual disposal capacitors, and especially with my overload pulse build, it actually enhanced it.
Yeah,
But
let's stick with Grav Root.
yeah,
So,
Grav Roots.
Grav Root. Before deploying fleets, place 1 Grav shift token anywhere in the play area. I see what she's dice back.
Yeah.
After deploying fleets, you may move each obstacle at distance 1 to 3 of that token to within distance 2 of that obstacle's current location. Obstacles cannot overlap tokens, obstacles, or ships.
Now this is one.
This is a fun one.
This is a fun one.
I love this. This one, when played right, is probably one of the most powerful cards in the game if you have the right objectives and you really play it right.
And you know what works well now? That works well with Captain Brunson. So you move the asteroids closer towards the ship, and it gives you the automatic
But
Brunson.
if you can bring them in line to the
line.
path in which your Interdictor is going to be traveling, because in the end, you're still only speed 1 to 2. Its moves are pretty predictable.
Yeah.
It's not going very fast, even though it has the extra yaw
And
click.
remember, Brunson's only 1 to 2 of an actual asteroid, so or an actual objective. So you need something there. So at least with
It's really not hard to keep that ship in range of an obstacle.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
No.
Especially with that card,
Yeah.
Brunson, and that thing again. It's something tanky, and you can throw it at your opponent, and good luck shooting it.
Yeah.
It-
So
it's a nightmare.
it is a nightmare.
It's a
and,
nightmare.
and also, one of the objectives, of course, is contested outposts. You can use this against contested outposts.
This is great.
So-
if your opponent has this card and contested outpost,
You can-
don't pick contested outpost.
Well, no, you
You
keep.
probably could if you've got 3 ISDs. Go for it.
If your opponent has contested outposts, and you've got the Interdictor, pick contested outposts because you'll bring it closer towards
You'll bring
you.
it close to you. Yeah, that's where it's really good.
Yeah.
Because you got to deploy at distance 5. Don't you?
Yeah, this is 5 of the edge.
So distance 5, you place it there. You're moving at distance 1 to 2. You're basically putting it just past middle of your side of the board.
Yeah.
If placed correctly, I think. And that is great.
Yeah.
That really is great.
So of course
it makes a bit of a free for all. It unbalances everything about
yeah,
contested
and
outposts.
also works against station assault as well too. So
Yeah,
if-
station assault.
station assault, any mission that uses debris and objectives, you bring them in
The other
closer.
good one I was telling you about was salvage run.
Salvage
it's
run.
really good. This one's brutal on salvage run because you don't have a choice in that mission. You have to place all the obstacles within distance 1 to 5 of
Yeah,
the station.
and again, Captain Brunson.
Captain Brunson again.
Yeah.
Again, gotta love Brunson.
Yeah.
But if you can actually put as many obstacles into distance 1 of that station as you can, distance 1 to 2, then you put that token somewhere close to that station, you can move a lot of obstacles.
Absolutely.
And you've got debris fields in that one, so you can really screw up your opponent's chance to be able to shoot you. giving you a greater chance to pick up all those tokens
Yeah.
and play the objective and win the objective.
Yeah.
But we'll probably talk about that more.
Absolutely.
Make our way to objectives one day.
So for the people who realise that Interdictors aren't the great attacking ship, it's not. It isn't. You need to view it from a different set of eyes. It is a great tanky defensive ship that will help itself and others around it. So that's my take on the Interdictor. I've always loved the Interdictor for what it does.
Well, we'll quickly say, and we'll just quickly say that one thing about attacking. So this thing that really makes it great for attacking. First off, disposable capacitors.
Yeah.
I think we all know what that does. Well, I'll read it. Why not?
Yeah.
Small or mini ship only. When you activate, you may discard this card. If you do, the blue dice in your battery armament can be used while attacking ships at close to long range.
Yeah.
Until the end of the round.
So if you have someone double arced with this at long range, you're shooting.
Yeah, I know that's pretty.
That's
sweet,
brutal.
Really.
And then put high ion turbines.
High capacity turbine turrets.
High iron. The iron. This one.
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
is the new
iron,
hotness. Heavy irons.
Heavy hotness. Yeah, blue crit. You may exhaust this card. If you do, the defender's hull zone and each adjacent hull zone lose one shield. Oh, that's nice.
So it's like APTs at long range.
Oh.
At long range.
No, is that APTs or is that?
No, APTs.
Concussion missiles.
Concussion missiles.
Yeah, assault concussion
Assault
missiles.
concussion
You
missiles
don't see
along
that
range.
much anymore ever since APTs
So
come out.
yeah.
but-
So screed with that.
Screed with that. That's not bad. That's not bad. If you're not taking Avenger, if you're doing it with
Just a normal ISD.
No, if you're doing it with Quasar list.
Yeah.
If you're doing it with Quasar list, and if you're not wanting to take Sloan for whatever reason, you want to take Screed, that is actually pretty good because you are bringing ships. You are hampering ships at long range.
Yeah. And that's a guaranteed blue crit.
That's a guaranteed blue
Unless
crit.
you've got evades or something like that, but most of the time you're attacking large capital ships. That's a guaranteed blue crit.
It's actually here's a fun one actually. If you go get double arc. If you had let's see, if you say you get a Corvette double arced, like a Hammerhead Corvette, I think a lot of people like to use Hammerheads or normal Corvettes in the Radis bombs. Like you think about with disposable capacitors, if they're unfortunate enough to be double arced, you've got decaps, you've got this. There's a very good chance you can bring that ship down before it gets close enough for that thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That ship could actually do it,
Absolutely.
or at least hinder it enough that you can bring something else to bear on it that can bring down that ship. Maybe have an arc to follow up with a shot from TRC.
Yeah, all round, it is an actual okay ship. As I said, the front arc is probably the poorest, but if you look at it all round, even from the rear, shooting 3 dice from the rear,
what about
it's
in
pretty
the
good.
support team slot? What would you recommend there? Like, I see a few good options. You could go really tanky and put in the engine team, and
you could make it 9.
Oh god, you could do 9 with token.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good luck killing that.
Nah.
3 cards going around.
You can do that. There's so many things you can do.
You can do that speed 2 and just let it be a brawler.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
want to do that.
Yeah.
Speed 2 brawler. 9 engineering with a token.
Then
Wolf Yularen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this because you'll get ideas.
Or
if your speed 2 had nav token, repair token, you've got Wolf Yularen.
Yeah.
And then you've got that. So you're literally repairing 3 damage cards a turn or putting up 3 shields.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could run that into anything really.
Yeah, so
with Interdictor title and the thing, you are not taking damage.
No.
Man, you can do. Oh man, I want to see you. I'm going to build a list where you can fly because I build all your list you fly. Of an Interdictor as a brawler, that'd be all right.
Yeah, it would be interesting actually.
That would be all right. An Interdictor as a brawler.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
You think about it, it's no different. It's a better Corvette, like Dodana's Pride Corvette. When you think about it, I'm going to do that now. Actually, let's have a look. I've got the thing here. So we could keep heavy iron, targeting scramblers, Gravwell, disposal, Captain Brunson. That's the thing. Actually, we're getting rid of Brunson and putting in Wolf Yularen.
Yeah.
But I think I could live with that actually. Wolf Yularen. And
the only problem is now that
124 points.
That's a lot. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
That's the other. That's the downside of the Interdictor.
Yeah, but if you stuck your Admiral on there, and it's something it's a brawler, it's going to get in there. It's not really going to die, is it? Like just Interdictor and targeting scramblers alone.
No, look, the Interdictor can die, and it can die easily. Because if it's focused on attack, its defense tokens cannot withstand so many hits. So especially with Sloan around too. Sloan can strip her very quickly of defensive tokens.
So really cool.
So
what if you go and add can you Minister to one?
you can add Minister to her, yes, and then add either. Either ECMs or
Reinforced Blast Doors.
Reinforced Blast Doors.
Yeah, Reinforced Blast Doors. Now you've got 9 repair, you've got Reinforced Blast Doors.
Yeah.
So you're discarding 3 damage cards. You can discard 6 damage cards and put yourself back up to full hull like at round 3, 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is nasty.
That is nasty, actually. That is...
Yeah, so...
what monster have I created here? Like 122 points. You know, I'll probably pay that for something. Okay, what's... we haven't talked about the other ones, actually. Here's
so we'll talk about the other ones. The Gravwell is
Gravwell
projectors.
So, before deploying fleets... I should actually zoom this in. Maybe people at home can see it a bit clearer. There we go. Before deploying fleets, place 1 Gravwell token anywhere in the play area.
Modi as well. Yeah, that's a good one too, actually. Modi with 2 extra hull on this makes it an ISD equivalent.
Yeah, that's... It's an unkillable ship that can get in there. You have a nav token, drop down to speed 1, you're just sitting there shooting shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
So
anyway, before deploying fleets, place 1 Gravwell token anywhere in the play area. When a ship deploys at distance 1 to 3, says tile speed 0. This is board control.
Yeah, this used to be because people at the start of the game would put a nav token on or put actual a nav command to
but it's still speed 1.
But now that Radis bombs are actually a thing, this stays on the board until Radis is dropped. So Radis, if someone drops Radis in where there's a ship,
before deploying fleets, place 1 there. When a ship
deploys, Radis is deploying a ship. So if Radis drops a bomb...
It never actually leaves the field, does it?
No.
Yeah, it never leaves the field. So this is actually a good defense against Radis.
Against Radis. So
I didn't realise this doesn't go away.
No, this actually is... this
I suppose you take it away after deployment
because there's nothing else.
It's a token on the field that's annoying.
But it's been FAQ'd now. It stays on the board until all ships have been deployed.
That's actually really good.
So it's a good stop against... For 2 points, it's a really good stop against Radis and the ship and actually hurting it
that's stopping. Like you can use that. Yeah, just okay, cool. Yeah, speed.
Can't use defense tokens.
Can't use defense tokens, and you can't activate first, so no tokens. And hey, look at that, Winchdown, I've got Avenger sitting there.
Yeah,
that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Anything sitting there.
Does anything sitting there?
It can't activate first. So.
Yeah. So that's where that is brutal now.
Is brutal.
It's actually become a better card now. At first, it was a bit of a okay. I'll put this here.
It's still pretty it's still really good.
I used to use it a lot, but people go, okay, all right, I'm speed 0. I'll just put a nav command on the first go.
But the thing which sucks with that actually is that you can't. Where I'd like to see that one in what's the objective where you got to get the points across the board? The blockade run. Yeah, one of Terry's favourite. Yeah. Blockade run. If you put engine text on your guy, you can do blockade run. Put everything at speed 0 on one side of the board and have them all deploy there. Yeah. And then it's a case of, okay, which side of the board you want to deploy on? Where you're going to be stuck at speed 0? Or you're going to be... Because you can run the asteroids up the middle.
Yeah, true.
Run the asteroids up the middle and have the one that lets you move the asteroids.
Remember, it's only range 1 to 3. So, you know... I
should buy some Imperial ships because I can have some real fun toys, real fun stuff for that ship.
Yeah, so it's only like about... half of the board that stops it. It's a decent card.
That's good.
It's
really good control.
Its values come up high against the Radis bomb, so it's a decent card. But it's like for 2 points, you can't go wrong with 2 points. If you got
I think if Radis bomb, like hey, if you've got 2 points,
that's it, and you got a suppression, put it on there.
Do it.
And then we've got
what's the last one?
The other one. The other one is the basically the speed control. I can't remember the name. I used to run a lot too as well.
Before an enemy ship at distance 1 to 5 resolves a determined course step, you may exhaust this card to temporarily reduce its speed by 1 to a minimum of 0 to the end of the movement phase. Yeah, I'm not as warm on this one.
No,
it's
8 points. It's a lot of
points.
And some people prefer to actually slow down. So, and if they do speed 0, they
Well,
can
that's the thing. When you use this, this was 1 to 5.
Yeah.
The trouble is you got to exhaust it. That's the problem. Like it's meant to work with Interdictor, obviously, so you can use it twice and slow down speedy Corvettes. But
and it's only a temporary thing. So if you're on speed 1 and you go down to speed 0, you're not going to stay to speed 0 when you attack. You're still at speed 1.
Might have the opposite side effect where your opponent was probably about to fly off the board, but because they're
that's the other thing too.
Ship,
that's what it's
a mage. So no.
Yeah, well,
Just
that's what
like
happened when I used to use it. People go, "Oh, thank God you slowed me down." I'm like, oh,
thanks for slowing me down. I
Like,
didn't have that command. I didn't want to land there because well, some ships that really helps because you take the MC30. You take that for example. That thing there has at speed 4. It's got 1 and 1 in the middle, and if you have a nav, you're screwed if you've got to put a nav. But if they say, I'm going to slow down to speed 3, oh, cool, and then I've got 2 clicks, I've got 1 click at 2 and 2 clicks at 3. Thank you. Yeah. Much more manoeuvrable now. Yeah. And I'll get to fire torps into you again next round.
Yeah, so for 8 points, it's a lot of points, and people were trying to combo with Constantine, and it just...
I actually can see that working really well if you're building a list to play your objectives and you are purposely set up for player 2 and you're going with that big bid and you really want to control their movements. Yeah. Especially if Armada ever develops a meta is fast moving ships. Yeah. They could actually do it.
You can. That's the thing.
Actually, I can see it working well against the Raddus because you think about it. Okay, cool. You're coming in. If you got a torpedo frigate. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you're coming to speed 3, trying to get close. Hey, well, I've just knocked you down to 2. Yeah. So. Yeah, it could take an extra turn to get you in there, or if you're pairing, I suppose you could pair that with the Gravwell, and then okay, it's going to take you longer to get around that Gravwell where you'll be deployed to speed 0, so it can work. But
but remember, it's only got 2 slots on the suppression,
it's a lot to make work.
Yeah, and
you got to really
and you got 2 other good cards that are fighting for that position.
Yeah,
so.
well, you kind of got to take Carling Scramblers. It's kind of default, really, on that ship. I'm thinking, I kind of like this with Moddy. That just looks fun. Yeah. Moddy to engineering team, disposable capacitors, 9, and reinforced blasters. Ugh.
And then there's
something about that.
And then the Interdictor build with projection experts as well too. I think is the one. Onto the where?
Which slot? Projection experts. Yes, you can swap out the
engineering team.
Yeah, projection experts. Yeah.
The Interdictor, where basically he gives spams out. Yes. So he gives out shields to other ships around. Which is good.
Repair, you may spend up to 2 engineering points to move that many shields from your ship to a friendly ship, additional 1 to 5. Yeah,
it's all right. Remember, its token is 3 points.
Yeah, its token's 3 points.
Yeah, so that's basically that, and then moving a shield, and then when you repair.
Yeah, I suppose you bust a repair. What's repair? 5. So you can buy back a shield.
Move a shield
over,
and then
move a shield over, buy back a shield,
and give 2 over.
And give another 2 over. Yeah. No, that's too many points. Oh, I've got the token.
Yeah, if you got the token.
5, 6, 7, you can move over 2 shields and recover 1.
Yeah, and that and most of the times, you can either have Moddy or you can have what's the other one? The cheaper Moddy, not cheaper Moddy, the cheaper Wolfie Laren, Taskmaster Grint. Taskmaster Grint, you can say I want to just do engineering with him. He gives him the token and the dial, and that gives him.
I didn't actually read him yet. Yeah, you lose 2. You don't have reinforced blasters.
You can do that, or you can, or
who was he?
Taskmaster Grint.
Taskmaster Grint. Here we go.
He's also good as well for the Interdictor as well. He'll just boost the.
After deploying fleets, choose and place 1 command token on this card. When you reveal a command matching that token, you may gain 1 matching command token.
So
without spinning the command dial. Do that continuously. That's not one-time use.
Yeah. So no, it's all the time. So every time you
may gain 1 matching command token. Oh, okay.
So you say engineering.
Yeah, that's,
So he's also really good on a quasar when you want to say I want to do squadron tokens.
Yeah. Why is you using him more often? He's pretty cool.
But he's 5 points. Yeah. But I've got the Gazanti with Comsnet at the back. So Wolf is 7.
For 7, is he? Yeah.
7. So he's a cheaper Wolf Yularen, but the only problem is it's only for one command only.
It's for the one command, but
for
depending on what you're doing, like if you're
as I said, if you're
like
doing
if you're a demo, then you are just navving all the time, aren't you?
yeah, so you can you can slow down even
you're
more.
navving almost all the time.
Yeah, so instead of having
sorry,
Osmo
he
instead.
actually say, I'll read what he says. He says, you may gain a matching command token without spending. Okay, so you gain the token and the dial.
Yep.
You don't have to use the token.
No.
So
You don't have to.
You don't have to use the token.
No, but
So he's almost better than Wolf Yularen in a way. In some ways.
In some ways.
Different use cases, I suppose. Different use cases, but no, I think he's pretty sweet. Actually, I really like him.
So yeah, for 2 points less, he's fixed on an actual command compared to Wolf, but at least, as I said, if you're doing engineerings with him, or if you're doing, say, with the Quasar, you're doing squadron commands.
Yep.
He's perfect. So, he's pretty good too. So, now Luke's asked about pylon tractor beams. You don't see them a lot these days.
Yeah.
I know.
Interesting one.
The
Tractor beams. I've been thinking about that because, again, you got this Radis bomb. People are setting up these small ships to try and do it. Well, hell, a Gazantu with tractor beams can kind of ruin your day.
Yeah.
That can really ruin your day.
Yeah.
Because tractor beam is. Where's the slot?
I think it's an offensive.
Yeah, it feels the same.
So to get rid of disposable capacitors. Yeah. So.
Tractor beams. Tractor beams. So when you activate, you may exhaust this card to choose one enemy ship your size or smaller at distance 1 to 5. That ship must spend a nav token or reduce its speed by 1 to. See, the problem with that is that if they've got a nav token,
Yeah.
Hey, you got a tractor beam in your fleet. Cool. I'll put a nav token on all my ships, and then good luck.
And there's a lot of squadron tokens pushing for it, especially with comms.
Yeah,
netting,
there's a lot of tokens
like
pushing
Leia and there's a lot of stuff that gives tokens out to like ships these days. So it's a bit iffy. It can work, but a lot of things have to go right.
I feel like that should almost be 4 points. Then you can chuck on two flotillas, and then cool. I'll make you spend a token this round. The next round I'll track you again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you need that effect to stack.
Mm.
So if they've got a nav token, then you force them to spend a
Yeah.
nav token. It's just I think that's a miss on the card, really.
Mm. I know it used to be big on early on,
Well,
but it's kind of dropped off these days. As I said, a lot of things.
Again, in the right list, it can.
Yeah, absolutely. It can work.
It can work in the right list. Like nothing's bad. Hell, what was it? We thought cluster mines were bad, was it?
Yeah. Cluster bombs. Cluster bombs.
Cluster bombs are bad until you got 3 ISDs with them and Marek.
Yeah.
That was a fun day.
Marek survived still, funny.
Yeah, because you're running away.
Yes.
You're running away. That's the only reason why I survived.
Yeah, and
he nearly died.
He nearly died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't like that. No, don't like that one.
So the Interdictor is a very multiple build. You can do multiple things with it, and definitely give it a go. It's a probably not a hard ship to tame, but it is one of these tricky ones that you kind of got to figure out what you want to do with it. Again, it's not an attacking ship unless if you got something double arced. It's not going to get those dice that you really want. So, coupled with either squadrons or an ISD, the ship really shines then. So, that's my view on the Interdictor. As I said, I've been playing the Interdictor since it came out, and I haven't put it down yet. So.
Yeah, I know. I wish you would. For many, many reasons.
Yeah. Now, there's other good ships, but like the Raiders can do what it can do this almost the same, but they die too easily type scenario, and the Imperials have very lacking medium ships. It's just the VSD, the Quasar, and the Interdictor, and the Interdictor I'd say is probably the best medium ship in the Imperial fleet these days until we get something different. So can't beat disposal capacitors. It is an awesome card for that amount of points, and especially as I said on Interdictor with the suppression refit with 3 blues it is an absolute gem. So that's my take on the Interdictor. Hope people watching has bit of love for it. I know it's got some love in Worlds this year. It was like 16% of fleets had an Interdictor at Worlds this year. And that's great to see. But
yeah, I think we'll probably be seeing more. Who knows? Maybe we've inspired some people. I'm kind of inspired there. I just want to see.
Yeah, I know. That's Ian saying.
I'm probably going to sleep now because I'm going to be sitting here thinking, oh, there's this list I'm thinking, this list I'm thinking, this list I'm thinking. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Yeah. But I think that's it for tonight. I think we've covered most of what we wanted to say. So
yeah, I think that's really about it. Yeah, if anyone's got any
any
follow-up questions or anything like that, you want to leave it on. You got 5 more minutes to put in the chat and we'll talk about it. Or we're probably gonna finish there. I'm just
comment below, guys. As I said, you don't need to comment something tonight. As I said, we'll comment back in our next future episodes and tell people that we exist. We're happy to take comments and criticisms, any list ideas that you want to chuck at us, and we'll have a look and we'll definitely give our advice. We've been playing Armada Ian's been playing Armada since it started, and I've kind of tagged along and finally saw the light. And it is a fantastic game, and I know a lot of communities have popped up, especially in Australia, especially the Adelaide guys. Job well done. Shout out
to Adelaide guys.
Shout out to
I've just recently joined up to their group.
Yeah. So good luck to them.
Trying to see if I can get some time to get over there one time.
Yeah, we'll definitely come down and come across actually and play some games of Armada when we can. But I think that's it for tonight. Any closing thoughts, Ian? There's any final questions? No,
not really. Just if you can, Mars, just try and be less salty next week.
I'll try to be less salty.
Try and be less salty.
Well, hopefully FFG will actually give us some news, but we'll probably. No. No. Yep. But awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got something out of it tonight. As I said, leave us a comment. Make sure you like us on on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you hit the bell to subscribe and that.
Yada.
But as I said, just make sure you get the word around that we are trying to make some content, and if you have any ideas on what you want to speak, comment on, leave us a comment. Okay. Yeah. All right. Remember, guys, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and fly casual. Good night, everyone.